So is there a lot of education that goes on your part, like educating the industry on the need for continuous exterior insulation and the thermal bridging that goes on through people's studs? Because like you were talking about, people think that they just insulate these bays, it doesn't have to be properly insulated, and that's it, that's all they need to do. Air
Mm,
conditioning is going to fix the rest of it. But you
mm,
have this big hurdle ahead of you of trying to change the mindset of the entire industry and of
mm,
people living in these homes. And you have to
mm,
tell them that it's not normal to have your air conditioning run the entire summer. It's not normal to be uncomfortable in summers. It's something that we have been programmed to think is normal. So we
mm,
can actually use better materials to make our homes and make our lives more comfortable. Is that
mm.
a big hurdle that you face?
Yeah, definitely. And humans are, we're all guilty of it, being essentially lazy. We like the easy option. So obviously the aircon, it's super easy. You just flick a button, on it comes, and that's it. So to move away from that mindset, which is very common, isn't it? Like, you get in a car, you turn a key, you get your phone, you make a call, like everything's so quick and immediate and easy. So that's the benefit of the modern world that we live in. But the downside is it makes us think that a home is similar. Whereas for me, if we actually look at the fabric of the home, the building envelope, that's what we need to kind of address to make sure that we don't really need to rely on the mechanical air cooling, per se. It is an important factor, obviously, but it's not necessarily black and white. And that's what I spend a lot of my time talking about. The familiarity people are used to in Australia is external insulation is typically being foam based. So, sticking foam on the outside, and our product is quite similar to it in terms of the thickness, and that notion of fixing it to the outside of the frame. But that's typically only done on the walls, not the roof. Whereas obviously for us, we introduce a whole roof system and a wall system. So people get that, but then it's the actual physics behind the external wall insulation and why you wouldn't want to use a foam or say a silver foil sarking that's trapping moisture. So you kind of got two prongs of attack, like to educate people around, hey, here's a slightly different product to what you've seen before, similar application. So yes, you can use it in your roof, on your ceiling. Yes, you can infill it. Yes, you can wrap it around the outside. But then you've also got the education. And this is the bit that I find the hardest, is to why the building physics and why the building science is more important to understand. And that's typical. And your video about the R value that I'm sure a lot of people have seen, absolutely brilliant, because it nails that understanding that it's not quite the full picture of effective insulation.